Good morning, fixed signs being Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. This is going to be a general reading for you, fixed signs. And we're going to be looking at some cards for your current energies, some things you may not be aware of, some spirit guidance, as well as some galactic collective guidance. So if your Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn or Ascendant are in any of those signs, this reading may apply to you in full or in part. Also, I just need to let you know that these readings are not designed to replace the guidance of a wellbeing professional, of course. And yes, and also take what resonates and discard the rest. And it's also a good idea to maybe just make yourselves a cup of tea, just kind of get into a nice relaxed state before you watch the video, because you could actually activate your own intuition as well in terms of when the cards, the images come up that I'll show you, then you may have different interpretations to what I come up with, and that's absolutely fine. Okay. All right, so let's just do one more shuffle. And we are just going to cut the deck, and we will just lay out some cards here. Wow, 7 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and for your spirit guidance we have Ace of Swords. Oh, you have 2 aces, that's awesome. 8 of Wands, wow, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so for your current energies, we're looking at the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. So this card here is always fascinating to me. It's probably almost one of my favourite cards. There's always positive and negative or light and dark meanings for each of the cards. But this one's kind of interesting because at the moment, I mean, you could be just looking at a lot of different options that are available to you. Or you could be, your dreams could be becoming more vivid. Yeah, for myself, that's certainly the case. And the other thing too is that this can also represent perhaps lingering a bit too long in the dream phase of a project or of a thing that something that you're thinking about doing. It can indicate because the figure is in the dark here, although it's not necessarily dark, it's not necessarily negative, but it can be interpreted as, all these shiny external things here, and this person's sort of thinking, well, if I have all of those external things outside of myself, then that's going to be cool because I'll be, and then you can just, if you're in the thinking state about that for too long and not actually action it, then it's kind of suggestion to start actioning any of your plans or dreams as well. So you're either in a phase of gathering ideas and looking at your options, or you are kind of feeling a little bit stuck in terms of which one to choose. Okay. And I think in that mix, it looks like what you're looking at doing is, with the 9 of Pentacles, it's like you're wanting to factor in there your self-care. This is a card about, it's actually kind of a mastery card, because the 9 of Pentacles, the lady there, she's in comfort and she's quite calm, and she has the ability to focus really well on what she's wanting to manifest. But it's also about being able to just keep focused despite other things that are going on. And it's also about, with the red colour here, it's about doing what you are passionate about. So it may even be here that you're kind of in this energy of finding out what your passions are, most likely. And some of you may be wrestling with this poverty consciousness, which can be a perceived lack of anything, right? It might be a perceived lack of emotional social emotional supports. It might be a perceived lack of money, of abundance in any shape or form. And this is a card to, to remind us that we are moving. We always have a choice as to how we look at this type of situation. We could perceive it as we're not worthy enough to partake of the free assistance that's been offered here in the church. Okay, we could choose to stay out in the cold here metaphorically, or we could choose to go in and be grateful for any assistance that we can get. So this is kind of also saying that it's okay to ask for help. Okay, if you're having trouble working out what you want to do here, but you're wanting to kind of you want life to improve for yourself, sometimes you do need to ask for help, and you might feel like life is like this at the moment. But there's that saying, when you hit rock bottom, the only way you can go is up. So, and this is interesting. This is front and center because it's almost like self-care, focusing on self-regeneration and self-maintenance is perhaps a current energy that the fixed signs are in. But look at all these things that are external to us that are kind of distracting us from that. This can be a card of distractions completely, obviously, easily. Right, this is my first reading for the day. I've just spent about an hour wrestling with this poster to put it up, and apologise for the messy tapes around there. But there's literally 50 pieces of tape I had to put to. I curled it up, so it was like it was a painting that I'd curled up, and it just did not want to stay flat. It kept wanting to curl. So in your some things you may not be aware of. Yeah, see, we have the Queen of Swords here. So, you definitely have it in you to be able to make some really great decisions with regard to what you're going to do with either these distractions or options, whatever resonates for you in that. This is the card about learning too, about learning new things. And it might even be that this is directly under the Nine of Pentacles, so it could even be that as a collective we are really learning how to self-care and how to focus our attention again, despite all of this stuff going on. Okay, it's definitely a challenge to focus. It's challenging us, and if this is a monetary for you, if this is a decrease in finances, then that is a challenge too, isn't it, for us to still maintain our focus. But this is about learning, so it's about development, learning new things. And here we have the red again. This is the red, the passion showing up. So it's great to be, happy and enthusiastic about what you're passionate about, and learning as well. This is a even though it's an earth element, it has an airy quality about it, because the red here, the page is he's kind of really fired up in the mind about, I'm going to be doing this and learning that, which is not a bad thing. Okay, it's just that that's what this card is kind of representing. And then we have the wands, so this is sort of flows in really well, which is like a new can be like a new spiritual kind of awakening, a new passion that you're wanting to look into. So this page actually being in what you may not be aware of is that you may need to embark on, or there may be some things that are missing in your knowledge base and in your experience that you might now need in order to help you with this focus. So it might be, just off the top of my head, it may be something to do with learning about mindfulness, or learning about some techniques that can help you with your focus, okay? Because we do have a lot of distractions here, and I think, yeah, and also here, this is, the distractions can be such that they can actually affect our ability to tune into our soul and our spirit, you know, what our soul and our spirit are wanting, okay? And yeah, it's almost like Spirit saying that the distractions can affect you more than you realize. Okay. Yeah, and the other thing you may not be aware of that you may need to activate in that is that you're going to have to put your heart and mind together in order to sort out what this is for you. It's not just an intellectual exercise, okay? And even with the learning, you might have to do some learning about how to realign your heart with your mind, or your mind with your heart. So meditation would be really great, even like a heart meditation, you know, heart-mind meditation, some deep conscious relaxation, which is great for the mind and the heart, or some heart chakra meditation, okay? Yeah, and we've got your spirit guidance here as well. So this is a reassurance. Spirit saying you will get the insights and the knowledge and the pieces of information that you need, that will be coming through, okay, for you. But you will need to act on that information. Okay, if you get insights about, oh yes, I need to do this and that in order to help me focus and come into a bit more clarity, you know, in terms of my soul direction. If you then ignore that or you don't act on it, not as helpful. It just means it will take you a lot longer to focus. Yeah, even just starting something small, but sort of making a fairly prompt start on something, but it doesn't have to be a major undertaking. That's what Spirit's saying. These are many things here. So it might just be like a little tweak here, a little tweak there, and a little tweak there. It's not like you have to, you know, drop everything you're doing and go do a 5-year course on something. Well, if that's what you're thinking about doing, well, you know, it's a free world, really. You know, just take what resonates in that way of thinking. And with the Knight of Swords, this is yeah, it's air of air, very action based, very, it's like communication, and it can be swift. It can be, yeah, it's actually the forward momentum of you moving into your truth. Okay, so it's almost like, you know, the knight in the shining armor here, which is almost like your spirit saying, hey, this needs to happen. And yeah, Spirit's just almost suggesting that if you can marshal your inner forces to some extent. I mean, the Knight of Swords is placed directly under the Queen. So it's like, if you bring your heart and mind together, and then, as we mentioned before, actioning that, identifying what it is that you need to do and actioning it. But this is here, it comes first. This is the idea, the knowing, and the, okay, what is actually going to, what in your life is going to be shifting and changing a little bit to help you focus, or what pieces of information you're going to bring in, and then it's like the action. Okay. And I'm just thinking with this card, it's almost too like, I mean, there's 8 cards there, 8 wands, sorry. I mean, there's not 8 days in the week, but it's almost like this is almost a card of rhythm or regularity. Can you see how everything's parallel? So everything, there's repetition here as well. So it's not like you're going to be doing something once and then forgetting about it. It's like little things that you can add in on a daily basis, okay? Or even, just if you jump online, you can do lots of very cheap mini courses and different things. I'm going to give Udemy a plug now. Udemy. They offer lots of free courses. I mean, you're not going to get a university degree, and you have to kind of sift through and sort out if there's anything that's resonant or if you feel that it's appropriate and of the right standard that you're looking for. But I've done a few courses with them, and they're quite good, some of the instructors. Not expensive at all, but it can give you a little bit of extra knowledge, like another knowledge base. And there may be lots of things online too, lots of options that you could look into. So let's look at a galactic collective now. Yeah, I actually really like this Nine of Pentacles in the center up here, because it's almost like a bit of a guiding light for you. I'm just going to hold it up again. So it's almost like a guiding light. See how she's very nature connected, very grounded. She's looking after herself here, and she's got other responsibilities. She's able to focus. She's able to keep a positive mindset, and she probably has, the supports in place that she needs. It looks like she's taking care of her emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and physical needs there. That's awesome. I'm just going to do, you could do a visualization and just picture yourself in that card. That's what I feel like doing right now. Yeah, and that's something else you can do too. If any of these cards resonate, you can do a little visualization and just imagine that you're in the card. Even this one would be pretty fun to do a visualization with. Imagine you're standing in front of all these cups. You might have different things in your cups, but it might be that some of the cups are distractions for you, and some of the other cups are things that you do want to do and that could be helpful for you, but you may be kind of just drinking from the other cups instead for whatever reason. Yes, like the big question here is like what's in those cups, for you. Yeah, so let's just grab a galactic card for you fixed signs. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius and Scorpio. Single-minded focus, Orion. Past. So this is going to have pluses and minuses. Okay. Just as there are pluses and minuses for the the focus on lots of different things, which is not really focus. It's like, oh. And this is the, it's that good old thing about balance, isn't it? It's like we can either be, totally obsessed with one thing, or we can be just so confused that we don't know what to do because there's so many options. Let's just 37. Okay. Orion. Those who were fighting for freedom within the ancient Orion system had to develop intense focus and discipline that could guide them in life and death struggles. For many, this led to a spiritual mastery that is similar to what we see today in martial arts, masters and monks. You have had this experience in your ancient past and still possess this skill of intense focus. But the question is, on what do you habitually put your focus? This card suggests that you should choose to focus your energy wisely. Choose to remove focus from negative self-talk and use your ability instead for spiritual evolution. Wow, this is so cool. Yeah. I mean, it might be that one of those things in the cup for you is going to be great for your spiritual evolution. Or it might be that you have 7 cups of potential spiritual evolution activities. But, you know, this is awesome. Let's get I'm just going to think elementally here. So I think what we're looking for, the element of fire, because we kind of really want to, I mean, this, once again, this beautiful 9 of Pentacles, she's got beautiful focus, okay? It's holistic, you know, this is what you want to aim for, holism. Yeah, for your spiritual evolution. Okay. Let's deck. I am going to go with, I'm kind of feeling like, let's go angels and ancestors. We haven't done this for a while. Because this is quite a grounded, earthy deck. And I kind of, you know, being fixed signs, actually that wasn't the reason why I chose it, but I chose it because of the pentacles, sort of, mostly pentacles in this spread here. And just because also I kind of feel like this might give you some clues as to even elementally what elements to bring into your life in terms of what it's going to take for you to make a shift in your being, in your lifestyle, in your life, so that you can get into a mindset where you can really sort out what's going on here. Okay, and which of those things you are going to perhaps embark on. Which of those things is going to lead to, you know, more spiritual wholeness for you, and also which things you need to actually maybe cut out or put on the back burner for a while. Okay. So let's cut the deck. Single-minded focus. I can't believe that. This is awesome. Here we go. Spring. It says, see your seeds grow. So this is very much like the Page of Pentacles, embarking on a new field of an endeavor of learning, or even just adding something in, just something little you might be learning. You might only need to spend an hour a week, you know, learning something new. But if it's something that's going to be relevant that you can then implement, you know, daily or weekly, then that's going to help you then to be more focused and calmer. Because sometimes when we have things sorted in our lives and we're not distracted by 50 things, it can sort of help us with our emotional well-being as well. Phases. Wow, okay. Take note of intuitive messages. Awesome. So yes, definitely use your intuition for sure. I mean, this is the element of water here. It is the cups. So definitely activate your intuition. Let's just grab a couple more here. Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. That's gorgeous. So she is, yeah, she's looking, you know, probably looking at self-reflecting or just reflecting on things in general, but that's what this person's kind of doing as well. Yeah. And the Page of Pentacles is also reflecting. He's kind of looking, contemplating, considering this new thing that he's super passionate about that he wants to do. Yeah, so that's cool. This is awesome. I really love the images on these cards. Oh, wow, this is cool. Be devoted and committed. That's such a gorgeous image. Look at that. Now, it's not that you have to, you know, this isn't suggesting you have to put on robes and go and be a monk, okay? It's, although the Orion Collective, this thing we just read, did make a mention of people that have a single-minded focus. They do sometimes, yes, some spiritual practices and belief systems do have a very, but even within that, sometimes it's more creative than people realize. It can sound like a single-pointed focus, but often, you know, there's what they used to call, I think it was Buddha Dhamma Sangha, which is like the Sangha, I believe, is the community. So people generally who, you know, wear the robes, they're not isolated. Some of them choose to do that, but others that are part of a community, they actually interact with other people. And the Dharma is obviously the learning or the teachings. And I guess the Buddha is like the devotion, like the meditation, things like that. I may not be 100% accurate what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure I've heard the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. But yeah, so you don't have to, you know, this is just basically suggesting to be devoted to yourself and committed to yourself, like the Nine of Pentacles here is. And she's not just looking after herself, she has other responsibilities as well. So, you know, it's about being devoted and committed to your own spiritual well-being, your own soul, your, you know, your mission here, and yeah, your spiritual mission too. That's really gorgeous. Awesome. Let's pull one more. I like these cards. Here we go. Take care of your needs, it says on the bottom there. Awesome. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles lady is doing there. And some of these might be things that you do genuinely need. So, you know, you really just need to take a bit of time and reflect on that a bit more. Okay. And you will get the answer that you are looking for. There's a spirit guidance here. You know, this is like a card of you getting the answer. All right. Okay, beautiful. This last card. Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. Now, that is awesome. I was hoping we might get something like this in here, because this type of energy can make you feel very ungrounded. Okay, if you're in that a lot and you're totally in your head and you don't feel, you know, in some ways you might feel a bit disconnected from your body, or maybe, you know, you're having health issues because of this or whatever, this is like going out and connect with nature. And nature is one of the best healers. Okay. Connecting with nature, which guess what the Knight of Pentacles lady is doing? She has got that sorted. Okay. And yeah, that's why I love the Suit of Pentacles. They're so grounded. So that's probably the end of the reading. That's what I have for you, fixed signs. Thank you, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And yeah. I look forward to catching up with you next time, and yeah, good luck with everything. Bye for now.